Hi everyone, I'm Jude Hotep, the goddess astrologer and alchemical initiatrix, and I'm going to go over the chart for today. Today is the full moon, so powerful. It is at 6:30 a.m. Central Time, so about 4:30 a.m. Pacific, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And so it's this early morning, Monday morning new moon, or this late, very late Sunday night new moon. For me, the new day is not until I wake up, whether that's 11:30 a.m. or whatever. So it's definitely not at midnight. Anyways, we're going to talk about this new moon that's at 9 degrees, which is Mars degrees. It's an action. It's a taking action. 9 degrees in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 3 is like belief. So taking action on your spiritual beliefs, your soul beliefs. So one of these things is that like we get to have a good life. This is coming up for so many people in the collective, that like believing that you get to have the abundance, that you get to have the good, believing that life gets to be good. It's almost like, oh, am I going to get a spiritual smackdown? That's just like the ego does have to learn humility. And so when we don't narrate and story the things that happen to us correctly, we narrate them for our detriment, making us have a new fear of things happening. So Black Moon Lilith, goddess Lilith here in Cancer at 3 degrees, is leading all of the other planets in Gemini, Taurus, Aries, all of this fresh energy, all of the beginning of the zodiac, this fresh, this new, the spring energy, the rooster crowing. And so Lilith is saying it's time to stand in your power. It's time that we do go through cyclical renewal. So we go through all of the cycles of the moon as defined feminine woman. Let's realize the cycles of the moon, that we go through the balsamic phase, which is that phase leading up to the 3 days of the dark moon. That balsamic phase is often, which we've been in this week prior to this new week now. This past week, we've been in that balsamic phase, which is often sadness and going inward, and its challenges and its difficulties, and it's a lot of more of the tougher emotions coming up. And so when we don't have emotional skills, we might want to repress and suppress them instead of going in and understanding those emotions have messages for us. And so she's saying it's time to do the other part of transformation, which is the Phoenix rising. It's time to rise. It's time to stand in your empowerment. It's time to become a pro at that part. We became a pro at understanding the darkness and realizing it's just a natural part of life, and going through it and going into the shadow and all of that. And if you haven't really become a pro at that yet, you want to, because that's part of this ascension journey. It's part of the spiritual journey, that there's awakening and then there's healing, which means going into the shadow lands. And we do that in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program. So you can book a complimentary goddess call to come into that on thegoddessastrologer.com. And so we've spent time with the Shadowlands, and we know how to do it. We've become a pro, and we've gained emotional mastery, and we've continued to cultivate our emotional prowess. And then we want to now become masterful at the Phoenix rising part of it, the standing in our empowerment, the standing in our leadership, our claimed leadership as woman, being this voice and powerhouse in the world, an example of living the amazing life that you get to be happy, you get to have the good. And so this moon here conjunct the sun, which is what a new moon is, in Gemini, is about truth, and it's about the fresh, new, childlike curiosity and wonder and ideas and flitting from here to there. And that kind of energy is like how you get excited and how you grow passion. And this Aries energy is belief in the magic, and it's passion. And so Jupiter is expanding this Aries energy, which is already expansive because Mars is at home in Aries at 4 degrees on this new moon, which is about, do we belong with believing in the best, most amazing life, as also a light goddess here to help humanity move through this dark night of the soul and into their highest power and belief and love, consciousness, heart coherence instead of mind dominance, in that background behind the mind, being in that intuitive knowing place and living from there, moment to moment to moment, knowing that you respond to challenge as it occurs, you respond to difficulty when it happens, not anticipating it all the time or trying to prepare for it all the time. Preparation is great, but not when it is exchanged for living in this present now moment, where you're not in your head living it from your head, but you're living it from being truly alive in your heart and in your passion and joy. Aries is fire energy. It like understands the good of life and creation and understands the resiliency and vitality. It's the sun. It's like the sun always, we can, for eons, we can count on the sun going down at night and coming up in the morning. Even if it's cloudy, the sun is there. We can count on the vitality. We can count on the light. We can count on the good in life. And with this moon having come off this Taurus, it like talked to Uranus to tell us like how our emotional world needs to innovate, needs to be allowed to be the unique inner emotional seascape that we have personally while gaining those skills, and talk to the North Node about our destiny and what we're building and the ways that we're doing it with the new story, this new story that Mars and Jupiter are pushing for, this Chiron and Aries that's saying we're not going to come from the wound anymore. We've healed these issues of our identity and the unhealthy ego, and we're going to come from this new beautiful place. And the moon is talked to Mercury in retrograde that was really gathering how we tell the stories about the past in a way that retrieves our power from going through pain, loss, and challenge, that we don't live there, we don't keep reliving it. And like when we talk to a stranger, we're like, yeah, I went to the childhood abuse and I did it and I did it. It's like, why are you telling that to a stranger? Because it's not healed, because you haven't integrated it, because you haven't got the lessons and the learnings from it, so you can't go forward in your life. That's so important, to gather all of what is rightfully your wisdom and power from the pain, loss, and challenge that you've been through in your life and from the darkness. You have a right to that knowledge, wisdom, power, to be able to use that for your light goddess work, to stand in this power. Like, this is about believing in this good life. With this new moon, do ceremony. Like, I'm not going to go deep into the other things going on, because I want to leave you with this impression that we might not have all these answers, but you don't need answers. Like, being in the question is life. It is being in the now moment, in the present moment, like called forward by your passion, by your zeal, by your happiness and joy, and your belief in the good, and just creation and joy. And we have to learn as humanity that that is okay. No one's going to come and hurt us. Nothing's going to come and take it away. And that, yeah, we have pain, loss, and challenge that happens. And so it's us trying to like begin how to learn how to have good, learn how to be okay with things working out, with things going right. And we have this card expansion, which keeps coming up, which is expanding into the joy. Like expand into your life, into your creation, into your creating. Like, share your message with the world, shine your light. It is time to speak up and tell us what you learned from that pain, lesson, challenge, so that humanity can awaken more and more. We need to awaken everyone in humanity that can be awakened, that's ready for their codes to turn on. That's what we're here to do, is to help humanity wake up. It's not about saving the environment. It's about saving people from their soul being encaged by conditioning, by just spells from the culture, from the dark, that wants to distract people into alcohol and sports games. And it's not like anything's wrong with it just in and of itself. It's that people just escape. People just live this projected reality life. They're not actually creating life, and they're not living from their soul and just like doing amazing wild things. Humanity is not seeing what humanity can do, because most people don't. go within to do that. They don't think they can. They always use all these excuses, money and where I live and family and this reason, this relationship. I mean, I don't know how many people I meet, they're like, I've been in a relationship for 20 years and it's got some good things about it. They're trying to explain why they want out of it so bad. They don't know that they can get out of it and they can just leave. And yeah, you'll go through grief. You'll go through heartbreak. Yeah, because you loved at one time and you had a relationship at one time. But if it's not the soul satisfying, ultimate, happy, amazing, just fucking out of this world relationship, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, if it's not the relationship of a lifetime, that there's the true love and the passion and the happiness that you want, what are you doing? Like, why are you in a relationship that doesn't make you happy? And it's not the relationship's job to make you happy, but you know what I mean, and it's just like, show the world what you're made of, expand. Probably going to be using my unicorn cards for a little while. So this new moon is important to do ceremony and to really set your intentions very clear. Like, this is what I'm creating, this is what I'm doing, and really talking to your guides, talking to your guardian angels, asking them to act upon your life. And I love the colors in this card. It's so beautiful, and it's about past lives, and it's about that's where our pain, so much of our conditioning actually comes from, is past lives. It's not even from this life. Like, we're living a past so past that is not even in this life. Like, we need to heal past lives. And in your chart, in the map of your soul, you can see where your past lives most likely took place, what was going on there, and to help heal those wounds. Like, we want to release past life karma and close that karmic loop for good, and to heal that. You have deep wisdom in your soul that you don't even know yet, that is from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, that you have not retrieved yet, that can come up to the surface. And that's what this Gemini energy is about, is just like holding space, curious space for possibilities of your own wisdom, of your own gifts coming up to the surface, your own knowledge and wisdom gained from so many past lives that you didn't even know was possible, that you didn't even know what you had. And to heal our past lives and those old vibrations. We're not meant to carry those old dark vibrations anymore. It's time to get rid of the dark frequencies. It's time to get rid of the dark, just complaining and whining and thinking that things can never go right. Like, imagination, believing in the good. It's okay to dream. It's okay to believe that your dreams will come true, that you can have them. Are you having ego dreams or heart dreams, though? It's important to understand the difference between the ego and the heart. The ego wants a Coach bag, and the heart's like, I just want amazing clothes that make me look beautiful, and it could be from some handmade French boutique, it doesn't have to be Coach brand or whatever the brand clothing brands are. Like, adventure, dare to do things differently than other people. We're moving into the Aquarius age. It's not about conformity, it's about uniqueness. What's unique about you is what's interesting. Like, I don't want to talk to somebody that's the same old shit as somebody else, that's wearing the same old stuff as somebody else. It's not that interesting. It's boring. Like, I don't want to, like, fitting in does you in. It stifles and stuffs down who you really are. That's really interesting, that you don't even know, because you haven't tapped into that real person inside, because you haven't been given a chance in this life, because you didn't even know it was okay. Like, we have to deprogram our brains from these spells of the culture, from these spells of the darkness that has seeped in through all of these weird ways. Strength. Look at the power of this card and the purple. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the eye is purple and the horse is purple, but it's just the strength and this dignity. This challenge that we're going through in general will make us stronger, and you will get to the other side of any challenge with wisdom, with power. But it is a massive part of it is how you story it to yourself, how you tell the story of your life, action. And this is this Aries energy of like taking action from your intuition, taking action from your heart, taking action from curiosity and passion and love and joy, not from I have to, not from like this has got to get done, not from like, oh my God, the impending future. If I don't, like doom will come and I'll never be good, or this won't get out in time. Like, where are you taking the action from? That's so crucial. But take action. Now is the time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams and move forward with confidence. Aries is about confidence, and it is about just, it believes. And because of the belief, magic rolls out, magic happens. I'm going to leave it there because it's important to do ceremony with this new moon, and it's important to believe in the good. And I think what I've said in this video will help so much. And I will be back tomorrow to talk about the astrology continuing for this week. The sun sign horoscopes are up on the Light Goddess podcast. I'm sending you so much love. If you'd like to book an astrology consultation reading, you can do that at thegoddessastrologer.com. Over on my Instagram, I do card pulls. Please like this video. It helps the algorithms and more people, more women find this beautiful work. So I'm sending you lots of love.